He's best known for 1970s Teen Idol. He was a singer and actor playing Keith Partridge on the TV series The Partridge Family. I think let me remember that. In 1990, he reemerged with his first album since the 70s.
You know, it's so tough having to wear that albatross around my neck. Not that last song, but when you show the picture, it's hard. It's very difficult to have people take you seriously when they see you with the keys to the Partridge Family bus. Hey, Mom, can I have the keys?
Yeah, but that was part me. Of Americana, though. I was indeed. You know, they put up the Partridge Family's greatest hits.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they did.
And I was listening to that in my Jeep going to Malibu one day, and people next to me were singing along
everywhere. It's such a funny thing. I think people assume that I had a problem with it for a while. I didn't, but I of course wanted to move on in my life. And when you do something that has that kind of impact, it becomes very, very difficult. I think people thought I was a little sensitive about it. You know, I mean, I left the business for 3.5 years, and perhaps they got it from that. I just knew the only way for me to have a present and a career today, thank God, is to distance myself from it. And I didn't want to talk about it, and that's all everybody wanted to talk to me about. So it's great having something to talk about. I never went out and became an oldies act when it wasn't happening anymore. I didn't perpetuate it anymore because of those 5 years that I did that show. And, you know, I guess This Week in People magazine probably has really the top 10 of all time. So I had an impact, and I did represent something, and I'm very proud of it. It was great. I had a ball. It just didn't properly represent my own musical tastes. People thought that I was the character I played on television. When I see pictures of me, like the photograph you showed of me, you know, with the family there, I was a much different guy than the person I was playing. I was a lot older than I actually was playing. I always looked rather young, and my musical taste was a lot different. We made great records in those days, but it was a lot different. So,
well, let me ask you: was this the real you? Was when you did this?
Oh, that was a
piece
of me.
This is where you said
that was David Cassidy exposed. It was a lot of me, actually, and Annie Leibovitz who took those photographs.
Well, there was another one in here that
the better one
that I recall. Just basically, you know,
it's probably been ripped
out. 12-year-old girls. Oh, here it is. 12-year-old girls. I'm supposed to cover up your privates.
No, you don't have to do that.
I don't.
No.
You don't have my lawyer. See, whoops. I'll cover those up. That's the fiction. Now, 12-year-old girls basically had you on their lunchbox, and all of a sudden, you know, they're bringing home the magazine, and your hair down there showing.
Well, I did it because it was a great idea from their standpoint. That wasn't my idea.
That wasn't. I thought that was your idea to just say, to hell with this.
No, it seemed that way, and people's perception probably was that it was. I just did a piece not 2 weeks ago about this that's going to air, I think, on MTV later on. They're doing a big special because it's their 25 year. And I had to talk about it. And I suppose now people's curiosity about the 60s and the 70s and all of that. I had read Rolling Stone myself when I was a teenager, and all of my idols, the Hendrix, the Claptons, Jeff Beck, Beatles, were always on there. So it was great to be on the cover and to be that important. It was also, from their standpoint, a terrific business idea when you take somebody, and it was such a sensational idea to take, you know, America's idol and of somebody who represented such cleanly, wholesome sort of innocence, mm-hmm. And you put him in the context of Rolling Stone to begin with, and then put him in very revealing photographs. I thought the photographs were great. They were done 2 months after we did the article. Mm-hmm. And the article was, you know, they went for something. They tried to get the juxtaposition to what I was and tried to sensationalize.
Well, they were talking about who you were going to bed with on the road in there, which was...
Right.
Well, opened up a lot of eyes back then. Because Keith Partridge didn't have sex.
But Keith wasn't me.
That
was David Cassidy. I didn't ever show up and play as Keith. The Partridge Family didn't exist outside of that television series. I went out and did concerts and played stadiums all over the world Always Is Me.
Mhm.
And I sang those songs. Interestingly enough, I'm about to embark on another one day after tomorrow, on Friday night, on another concert tour where I'm going to actually, for the first time I did sort of a small, very hip kind of club thing in September of last year, where I played those songs for the first time in a long, many, many, many years.
I think you did it on like the Mark and Brian radio show or something like that.
Well, they tried to get me for a couple of years to sing I Think I Love You, and it became the deal. Will he ever sing it again? And in fact, I love singing it now. Because I haven't sung those songs in years,
Mhm.
and I didn't ever go out as an oldies act. The only way you can have a musical present is if you don't indulge yourself in your past and you're able to distance yourself from it.
Mhm.
That's thus the title of my new album.
Weren't you?
No,
Oh, was I close?
Didn't you used to be?
Didn't you used to be? I was very, very close. We're going to be talking about David's new album and also his upcoming tour in just a moment as we continue with the Inside Word. Don't go away.
When television is distinguished for excellence, excellence is awarded with the Emmy.
The nominees for
E!
Outstanding
Entertainment Television brought you live coverage of the Primetime Emmy Award nominations. Now, E! brings you one step closer to television's Gala Awards night with our Emmy Awards guide.
Oh, great idea.
It's 60 special minutes of what you want to know, who may win for what, and what they have to say about it.
It's that time of the year, Dad.
E!'s Emmy Awards guide, a special hour premiering Saturday, August 8th at 8 p.m. on E!
Hey, did you go find when my stories made you hot?
Between us,
If you want chicken tonight, simmer sauces from Ragu.
Welcome back to the Inside Word. I'm Michael Kastner, and we are visiting with David Cassidy, who has a brand new album out. I'm screwed up. Didn't you used to be?
Oh,
That is, I finally got
Didn't
the
you used to
title.
be David Cassidy?
Didn't used to be David Cassidy, and it's his new album coming out when? Is that
August 11th, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. So
We normally hold up a CD, but it's not yet. It's still being printed.
actually, I have one, I think, but there's no disc in it. I just have the artwork, but it's test artwork.
Well, I won't.
We should
I
have
won't
gotten
plug it if I don't get the free disc.
No,
so forget
no, and also
We're out of here.
there's no video to play because I haven't done it yet.
So that's all coming up. David is fresh from the studio.
Mhm.
I'm going to ask you one last Partridge question, then we're going to move on with what you're doing.
Please.
Whatever happened to Jeremy Gelbwax, the original drummer on the
We
show?
blew him up on the bus, I think. So,
Okay, just wanted to know. It's been
yeah, he's
something.
on that long television highway.
It's pretty scary that I knew his name.
It
too,
is,
isn't it?
yeah. It is very scary. I didn't want to bring that up, but
That's okay.
yeah, let's move on.
I was addicted as a child. Anyway, now tell me about the tour. You're going to be starting this on Friday
Yeah, we play a
with
great
the Beach Boys.
Yeah, with the Beach Boys. Yeah. First time I've ever played with. First time I've ever actually gone out with anybody else and played on a bill with anyone. I've actually never even played a festival or anything like that in my career. So that's going to be interesting in itself. And I know Bruce and Carl quite well. I've worked with them, many years ago now. But I think it's going to be a pretty long, hot, kicking summer. And I'm going to get to do a lot of the old stuff and do some of the new stuff. And I'm pretty excited about that. I haven't been out touring with a record here for 15 years or so,
Wow.
or more. Actually, more now. 17 years. It's been a lifetime. It's been another career.
They have bigger speakers now
I understand that.
and better hotels.
Yeah.
It's just incredible. And you know what? You can call your lawyer and have anything you
I'm
want in the
driving
dressing
now.
room.
I'm driving now, though.
You're driving?
Yeah, I'm not no limos. I'm off of the whole deal. It's the real world according to David Cassidy. So I'm really looking forward to it. I'm gonna.
So you're showing up in a Hyundai or something at each venue?
Well, I
Not
might.
a Hyundai.
Yeah, no, probably not the Hyundai
Okay.
yet. Maybe a Honda. But no, I don't know, something American. So it's gonna be great. I've got the band I put together is pretty much of a R&B kind of which is the direction of the record, and new songs. 9 of the songs were our original songs, and I took an old rhythm and blues song from 1960, 61, and redid it on the record. And the record's out. The album's out August 11th, and the single's out the week after, actually. it's so fresh.
And the other thing I wanted to tell everybody, because I lived in England for a while. We were talking about this a little bit
Yeah.
earlier. You never really just went away. You went over there. I popped on the BBC or something, saw you at Royal Albert Hall. People screaming like it was the early 70s.
Yeah.
And sellout concert, everybody going nuts. You were huge over there as well, continuing through the 80s.
I guess one of the problems that I've had is the fact that when I left here, I went back into the theater. When I stopped working in the middle 70s for 3.5 years, I came back and I did a little television, and it just wasn't happening. I wasn't getting the kind of roles that I felt I wanted to, or that I should. I wasn't doing the kind of work I wanted to. And
Well, at the time also, when you say David Cassidy Undercover or whatever.
Man Undercover.
Man Undercover.
I didn't title it that. Believe me, that was a nightmare in itself. And one of the reasons that I felt like there was no way I could ever get over the impact that I had in the early years of my career with the Partridge Family. So I wanted to do good work, and I wanted people to see me as a serious actor. And I was. Before I did the Partridge Family, I was.
Mm-hmm.
It's just when you do that, you become that famous. You can't. It just doesn't go away. And if you try and distance yourself from it, people think you're, well, he doesn't like it.
Yeah.
And we loved it. How could you not love it? Well, I do love it, but I just want to move on. I want to get ahead. And isn't this great?
Look what was just slipped in. There better
How
be a
about
free
this?
disc in here.
Yes, folks.
All right.
He
There is
lives
a
and
disc.
breathes.
This is the cover. Hey, great.
Ultimately.
Who did the photos?
Actually, I'm not gonna indulge myself here. Jim Katz did them. How can I hold him? Get it out of my hands. Plugging his new album.
Well, thank you so much for coming by. It was a pleasure.
Thank you for having me here. It's great to see
Thanks
you.
for being had. And reminding you that didn't you used to be David Cassidy is going to be in stores on August 15th. 11th.
Yeah.
It's Monday.
Yeah.
I'm bad with numbers. Anyway, after the break, we'll find out whether revenge is sweet for Gene Simmons and Bruce Kulick from the rock band Kiss, and maybe they know what happened to the original drummer from the Partridge Family. We'll find out. Go ahead.